In this video I will describe how to choose the best channel for 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi in the home. A good channel choice will often prevent problems with Wi-Fi reliability and performance. The visualizations used in this video provide a simple way to think about two types of Wi-Fi signal interference, ACI and CCI, and how to avoid them. A basic knowledge of Wi-Fi signal interference is key to understanding why one channel is better than another for use in your home. One way to imagine 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi channels is as a tower block with a single large room on each floor, each representing a separate channel. There are 11 channels available for use in the United States and 13 in most other countries. Wi-Fi devices communicating on the same channel and located within signal range of your router or access point are like people in the same room, politely taking turns to speak and trying not to interrupt each other. Everyone gets their turn to speak, but the more people occupying the room, the longer each person might have to wait for a chance to speak. Similarly, the greater the number of Wi-Fi devices located near one another and sharing the same channel, the busier that channel may get. A busy channel makes for slower communication between devices sharing that channel, as each device will wait for a quiet moment to communicate. Where separate Wi-Fi networks using the same channel are located within signal range of each other, and when this causes the channel to become busy, this issue is called co-channel interference, or CCI. Unfortunately, 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi channels overlap. You can think of that as if the tower has thin ceilings between each floor, with no soundproofing. The people in the tower do politely take turns to communicate with others on their own floor, but they don't speak quietly, they shout. And they don't politely wait for people on other floors to stop shouting before shouting themselves. Polite, orderly, extremely loud, shouty conversations on floors above and below can add up to a loud, chaotic noise on each individual floor. This may force speakers to repeat their words in order to make themselves understood, if they are interrupted by shouts from nearby floors. Where Wi-Fi networks using overlapping channels are located within signal range of each other, and when this causes a channel to become noisy, this problem is called adjacent channel interference, or ACI. Our tower can accommodate 3 polite, orderly shouting matches on floors 1, 6, and 11, without anyone having to repeat themselves too often. These floors represent the 3 commonly used channels that don't overlap. Waiting a turn to shout in one of 3 busy rooms located far apart is better than the noise of people shouting simultaneously in rooms located close to one another. For this reason, it is generally best to use Channel 1, Channel 6, or Channel 11 for 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi access points and routers in most circumstances. When 2 access points are located close to each other, they should be configured to use different channels chosen from one of these 3 options. A busy channel tends to work better than a noisy channel because waiting a moment to communicate is more efficient and reliable than repeatedly transmitting the same messages over and over again. This is what happens when a device receives a message that has been distorted by interference. Wi-Fi devices transmit or receive many thousands of messages per second. Even a very busy channel will give every device plenty of opportunities to communicate in any given second, but communication on a busy channel can be severely slowed by ACI. If there are many Wi-Fi networks using separate overlapping channels in the vicinity of your home, then they may disrupt your Wi-Fi signals and vice versa. Some routers and access points can automatically select a 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi channel, and this is a great option if they will only use channels 1, 6, or 11. They will automatically use whichever of the 3 non-overlapping channels appears to be the least busy at your location. Some devices will, however, use other channels, ignoring the effects of interference they may cause to neighboring networks, and this can cause problems. This function is designed for very dense urban environments, where signal interference is so strong on almost every channel that trying to choose the best option and stick with it is extremely difficult. These devices will do a reasonably good job of providing a Wi-Fi signal in a small apartment in Hong Kong or Singapore, but they tend to jump from channel to channel frequently, causing signal interference. It is generally better to identify the best channel to use at your location and continue using that channel unless you experience problems. The most common Wi-Fi problems experienced by those who stay on channels 1, 6 or 11 are caused by neighbouring networks using other channels. Ideally, and if possible, if you are experiencing Wi-Fi problems in a densely populated location, it is best to talk to your neighbours and organise a scheme to share channels 1, 6 and 11. This results in the least interference possible in your home and in surrounding homes, and can greatly improve Wi-Fi reliability and performance in apartment buildings, for example. To check which 2.4 GHz channel your home Wi-Fi is using, and to determine whether it's the best option to use, you can gather information about your network and other networks in use in your area and visualize them using Wi-Fi network analyser software. There are free apps available for Android smartphones and for PCs which do the job quite well. This one for Android devices is very good. In most cases, it's as simple as picking the channel 1, 6 or 11 on which you detect the fewest and weakest signals from inside your home, when standing close to your router or access point and close to where you need the fastest Wi-Fi speeds. The free version of this app will require that you pay attention to the names of each network and maybe take screenshots or note them using pen and paper to get a detailed picture of which channels are busiest and which signals are loudest at different locations within a larger home. What makes this app stand out is it will recommend the best channel to use from the 3 non-overlapping channel options. Most of these apps are very similar, but few of them will recommend channels as well as this one will without having to pay for the app. If you find that your home Wi-Fi could be on a better 2.4 GHz channel, you will need to access the administration interface on your router or access point to change it. This is done slightly differently on every model of router or access point. The make, model, and often the original admin password is usually printed on a sticker on the base of the device. You will need to refer to the user manual or Google the steps to change the Wi-Fi channel on your device. You should always test the speed of your Wi-Fi before and after making a change. Some sources of signal interference, such as cordless phones, baby monitors, and microwave ovens, are not detectable using a network analyzer app, so a channel that does not appear busy may not be as free of signal interference as it seems. If you experience problems, try one of the other channels, though do stick with channels 1, 6 or 11 where possible. There are very few situations where one of the overlapping channels will work better. Outside the United States, it is possible to implement a scheme using channels 1, 5, 9 and 13, as these channels don't overlap by enough to cause much interference. You would need to change the channel on every access point in the area in order to see a benefit from the 4-channel scheme. This makes it suitable for large office buildings or hotels, for example, but is not often practical in the home. In my next video, I will use Wi-Fi network analyzer software, NetSpot for Windows, to gather detailed information about my home Wi-Fi environment and describe how to choose the best channel to enable a decent Wi-Fi connection in an area of your home with a poor signal. I hope this video has been useful. Thank you for watching.